Hey friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, and I take pictures of them and list them on eBay and Poshmark, and hopefully sell them for a profit. Today is Friday, March 1st, and these are the items that sold yesterday in the past 24 hours. I have 4 items, 3 on Poshmark, 1 on eBay. eBay is sad for me lately. My gross sales amount is $71.71. Stick around to the end and I will share my total profit for the day. I also thought I would chat a little today about why I do this. Because yes, I do this to make money, but I also have some other reasons, and actually one of the items in here kind of spurred this thought. So the first item that I sold is this Crafter's Companion. And it's a little bag that like rolls up that you can put, you know, pencils and I don't know what crafty things in. But it like rolls up into a ball like that. So you can store things in it. I found this at the Goodwill bins, which is the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. So it's super lightweight. I didn't pay much for it. I had my cost of goods at $1. It's in really good condition. It doesn't even look used at all. Now, when I searched on Terapeak, it, you know, the sell-through rate and the sell price, it was 50% was the sell-through rate, which is good, which means there were 2 listed and mine sold. And so now there is 1 listed and 1 sold. The other one is listed at $19 and free shipping. I sold mine for $12.71 plus shipping. So they paid a total of $18.71. So it was priced a little less than the other exact one like this that was listed. Oh, I didn't think about that. I went ahead and put my label on this. I'm just using a recycled poly mailer. It's not poly mailer because it's not plastic. It's like a recyclable paper bag. Are you standing there? Can you let her in, please? Thank you. Anyway, my profit on this is $9.90. I do use recycled bags when I can. One, it saves me a little bit of money. It's not, you know, a lot. These are like 7 cents a piece, which, you know, is not a whole ton of money, but over time it adds up and saves me some money. But also, I think it's helpful for the environment. Now, I don't know all that there is to know about being eco-friendly and good for the environment, but the things that I do know, I just try to take heed of those. Hey, what's up?
The deadline to buy the shirt for dance is March 10th.
Okay.
And we need to do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did you need me too?
I'm just wondering what we're doing today.
Oh, okay. When I'm done, I'll come in and we'll talk about it.
Because I'm just confused because Dad's home, but...
He's just working from home today, and I'm going to go thrifting just like every Friday.
Can we drive in the afternoon?
Possibly. Okay. These are 2 pairs of Nike shorts, and they're just little running shorts that are the same size. When I find these very cheaply, so either, you know, someplace where it's like a bag sale, or these I bought again at the bins, I kind of save them up and I lot them up when I have 2 that are the same size and sell them for pretty cheap because sorry, they have an average sale price of $10.54 and a 12% sell-through rate, so it's not really good. So if I have 2 of them, especially these are like a size small, so there's a lot listed in size small, I just feel like they sell better. It has worked for me in the past. It's not, you know, foolproof. It's not a guarantee. These sold for $20 on Poshmark, which actually was my full asking price. And actually, I had them listed for less on eBay with my sale. So I bought these at the bins. I have my price of my cost of goods at $2, which it really is less than that. But my profit ends up being $14. So one of the reasons I do this is my, I'm concerned about the environment. Like I said, I don't know a lot about it, but I just did a quick Google search of how much clothing ends up in a landfill. And I was gonna Google search some other stuff, but just the quick search kind of made me sick to my stomach. So the Goodwill outlet, the next stop after the Goodwill outlet is the landfill. There are over 100 billion garments made yearly. That's insane. And then 92 million tons of clothing ends up in a landfill yearly. In the US alone, it's 17 million tons. That's 112 pounds per person per year. That's just sad to me. Only 20% are reused or recycled, and 60% of clothing that is made out of plastic. So all of that plastic just ends up in landfills. So it was interesting because it was like, well, what to do about it? And the very first thing is buy secondhand or buy used items, which is great. So I'm hopeful that I can be a part of that 20% that's reused and recycled. These are ecru. I don't really know what this is, but these are low rise and flare legged. The ecru brand didn't give me anything when I was searching, but low rise flare legged pants have an average sale price of $23.15 and a 22% sell-through rate. So that's not bad. That's kind of, like a Y2K style low-rise flare leg. That was all I wore in college. And these sold for $17 with a shipping discount on Poshmark. So my cost of goods for these pants was $0 because they came from my stepmom, and I think I was thinking about that and just how grateful I am that my dad and my stepmom and my mom and my stepdad and my sister and I have a couple friends that just give me things, and they're very supportive of what I'm trying to do to help my family. Because of course, my motive, if I wasn't making money, I don't know that I would do this, right? My motive is to make money. But I guess I think some of the benefits or those added, value added, right? It's value added of what makes it kind of more a meaningful job for me. Another reason I do it is because I love it. I have always loved thrifting. I've never been a huge shopper, but I've loved to go thrifting. And now I can thrift with a purpose. I can, I can go thrifting kind of whenever I want and be like, I'm working, it's working. The other thing that is another kind of value added bonus for me is when I'm thrifting, it's because I'm thrifting a lot, I don't need to worry about buying clothes for my kids. I find coats and shoes and, lots of kids' clothes for myself, my husband. We are all, even household goods and things, if I'm needing something, I can usually find it at a thrift store because I'm in a thrift store so often. These are overalls. If you have watched me for any amount of time, well, it's actually been a while since I've sold some overalls, so maybe in a while, but I love selling overalls. These are actually maternity, and they're the brand Baby and Me, which I think is it might even be a Walmart brand. I'm not really sure, honestly. Again, the brand didn't give me much information on you know, sell-through rate and average sale price. But if I just look up Baby and Me maternity, or not Baby and Me, if I leave off the brand and just search maternity denim overalls, there's an average sale price of $24.98 and a 19% sell-through rate. I have had these for over a year. They've been listed for about, right at about a year. I paid $3 for them. But this was what kind of spurred my my thought process today. Like, what are some, you know, kind of benefits of doing this? And these overalls have actually been, I had someone in our community was pregnant a while ago, and she was kind of, you know, oh goodness, if you've ever been pregnant, by the time you get to like month 8, you're just like over all the clothes and you're like, I just want something new. And she wanted some new maternity clothes. And I was like, you know what? At that point I had a lot. I don't have very much maternity right now. You know, I have a bunch of maternity clothes. Do you want to see? And so I sent her just a link to my searched maternity clothes in my store, and she went through and she was like, oh, how about those overalls? So I took her the overalls. I didn't charge her for anything. You know, let her borrow them, and then she brought them back to me and listed them. If she had kept them, I didn't care because my cost of goods is very low. And then this is really fun. Around October, somebody put on a Facebook, like on their Facebook post, does anybody have overalls? My teenage son needs it for a Halloween costume. And I was like, well, I have overalls, but the ones that would fit him were these maternity ones. Well, it turned out he wanted to be the prospector from Toy Story. And so the maternity ones worked out really well because he could stuff it to, you know, become bigger like the prospector is in Toy Story. And so, you know, they borrowed them. I don't think he actually ended up using them, but I don't know, you know, teenagers, whatever. They change their minds. But I love having a store of stuff that I can help people, whether it's, you know, a young woman who has babysat for us in the past and just has a relationship with our family, started a professional job, and she was like, I don't have any professional clothing. Well, I was able to she was able to flip through my store, and I gave her stuff basically just like at cost. She wanted to pay something. So, and even like other friends that are like, oh, I just want to shop from your store, and I can give them fun, discounted majorly and things like that. It's just been, I don't know, for me, it's been a blessing to be able to, offer up the things that I have while still making a profit and having some income for my family. I made $7.78 on these pants. I don't know if I ever told you the rest of it. $16 on Poshmark. My profit for the day was $43.26. So if you're a reseller, do you agree with these kind of bonus value added reasons of reselling? Are there some that I've missed? Are there some that are important to you that maybe I didn't think about? Are there some that you're like, Jen, you're off your rocker? That might be the case. One thing I did mention, the other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit with sustainability and is, the practices of fast fashion and how items are made is actually really terrible. So for me, buying secondhand is really important, so that I'm not contributing to those practices that are unethical in a lot of ways. And like I said, I'm not an expert. I don't know all the things that there are to know. What I know doesn't make me feel good about the fashion industry. So I like to be able to contribute to resale in the small way that I'm able to. Okay, rambled on enough. I'm gonna go thrifting now. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon.